First up, we have Schaf. I don't know how to pronounce this one.
I don't know. Let me see.
I think it's like
Nachgedacht. I don't know.
it has something to do with shepherds moving sheep around. Here, I'll show you.
In this game, players will each have a shepherd with the sheep placed around the board. On your turn, you can move your shepherd, or you can move a sheep that's next to your shepherd, and you can move as far as you want in a straight line. You just can't jump over other pieces. So if I moved here for my first turn, then maybe in my second turn, I can move this sheep to here. Now what I'm trying to do, let's say my opponent moves here for their next turn, and then I move here. I am trying to make it so that I get a row, whether it's straight or diagonal, where there are 3 sheep and me. It doesn't matter where I'm in the row. The only rule is you can't do it if your shepherd's in the middle circle. But if this happens, then I score a point. My opponent picks one of the sheep, and they'll replace it with my color. My colored sheep can still be moved like a normal sheep, the main difference being that I can't form a row. This wouldn't count for me again, although for my opponent it would count, and then I would replace one of the sheep with one of their sheep. And you're going to keep doing that till one person scores 3 points. That person is the winner of the game.
This one feels like almost a tic-tac-toe variant that someone came up with, I think.
Yeah, or like a very, very simple Yinsh, which is a classic abstract game, if you happen to know that. It has that idea of get 4 in a row. You do that, then it gets a little bit harder to do it again, and then you have to do it a third time, and it gets a little bit harder still. But I found the footprint, the spacing of the board to be small enough where it's really easy to make 4 in a row. It just kind of happens.
Sure, but you can also see that. Like that's why I said it almost feels like a tic-tac-toe variant.
Right. I think it robs it of some tactical response, call and response, because it's so small. Yeah.
Component-wise, I like it. I wish that it's a weird thing that when you get a point, you add a color of your own to the board, but then you don't use your own color.
Yes.
I almost would say put your opponent's color on the board, and you can't use his because that's easier for your mind to grasp.
I know, I agree. It's such an obtuse rule. It just...
No, I get why it exists.
But you have to use your own shepherd, and that's your color.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's obtuse. It's like there can be one, if you're green, one green piece can be part of your 4 in a row. Your shepherd can't use your green pieces. That's illegal. Yeah, it's just weird, and seems like you're right that they could have found maybe a more elegant rule for that.
But I do find this one to be a very simple, easy back and forth to play. What would you give it?
I thought it was okay. I'm going to give this one a 5. I liked it. Fine. It is so slight. I like that idea of 4 in a row that gets progressively harder, or whatever in a row that gets progressively harder. But it's so similar to Yinsh. That is one of the best games in this style of game out there, that this one suffers in comparison. But even in a vacuum, it's a little too slight. It's a little too easy to make 4 in a row immediately. And then you try to be clever and make a move, and your opponent goes, oh, look at that. You left me a 3. What? It's like, oh my gosh, it's so simple to do. It doesn't get enough room to breathe and evolve. So 5.
I like it more than that. I'm giving it a 7. Me and my son really enjoyed this one. He's a big tic-tac-toe fan, so we're always kind of searching for something that's not tic-tac-toe.
Sure.
And I thought this one was fun. I don't mind that it's light and breezy. It's a 10-minute game or less, and it's easy to reset up and play again. And I don't know why I get amusement out of any game where it has 2 holes in the same spot, and so 2 different pieces fit there. That works for me.
Yeah.
So I like this one.